ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, and he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw is Williams. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 6.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And this one's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2nd and 5.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And it's 3rd down.
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bears.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Wide open receiver complete.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, Chicago.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. To throw, it's Williams.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Williams. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Out of the end zone.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He's across midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle with Barkley. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Onto the field now come the Bears. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
And Walker has it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's good.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 14.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts with a quick throw, complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first two quarters.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 17-14.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
To the air, Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Play action. Now Williams. Pass complete to Odunze.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's another Bears first down.
Throwing again here, Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. One half of football to be played here in the divisional round. In 2 more quarters, we'll know the championship game matchups. Let's take a look at what's happened so far. Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on Carolina. And it's the veteran, Cooper Kupp. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. The Seahawks are on to the NFC Championship game. They get it done here in the divisional round. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's Khalil Shakir. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And this is J.K. Dobbins. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Broncos use that bye week to their advantage. They'll get another home game next week in their quest for the Super Bowl. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shamar Turner in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
14. First down, Bears.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mitchell on the coverage.
To throw, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
Williams going to sneak it. And he will have the Bears first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. 2nd and 7.
Dallas Goddard. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Smith catches left side. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second down, here's the option. Hurts fumbles it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's another Eagles first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Bears' 5-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now third and goal.
He'll look to throw on third and goal. He'll try to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Bears 28, Eagles 25.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs, but with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The number 26, Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Williams. And that one too wide and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be 1st down, Eagles.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. A good move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and 10 at the
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down.
They'll look to throw.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
A gain of 12 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Back to throw.
Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, to regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
He's back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow! Wow!
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now the Bears down by 4, 30 seconds to go. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road, in the playoffs, as they've got it with a first down.
And that's complete to Brown.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
It's second and inches.
Back to throw.
33-yard line.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It leads to second and 10.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.